Ooh wee, ooh wee wee wee. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's another one? Get up, stand up, boom, boom, stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Anyway, I went to see One Love over the weekend, and it was great. You know, not only, and, you know, I have to retract my statement because I said Kingsley, the actor that played Bob Marley, I said that. Well, it's the truth. It's the truth. I'd rather see Bob Marley had a lot of sons. I'd rather see one of his sons play him. But they signed off. The Marley family signed off on Mr. Kingsley's playing Bob Marley, and I have to say that, you know, he did a good job. He did a good job. You know, the accent wasn't really there, but you know, he still did a good job playing a part. And a lot of things about Mr. Marley I didn't know. One thing I didn't know that he passed away so young. You know, I don't know why I thought he was younger than what he was. He was only 36 years old when he died. And you know, that touched that was like, wow. You know, we so young to accomplish so much, because he was all. I didn't know he was international either. I thought maybe we knew about him in the States. And there's a lot of things about his life I didn't know. You know, about listening to his music and enjoying the music, and some of his more classic songs that we all enjoy, especially like One Love and I Shot the Sheriff. Those are monumental songs, and you know, they highlighted how him and his wife met. I'm not gonna give the movie away, but they highlighted how him and his wife met, and how he became a Rasta, and you know what he stood for, and showed he really didn't have a relationship with his father, but it showed bits and pieces of what his father looked like, and they highlight the fact that, you know, he didn't really know his father at all. He only met him kind of like once. But if you haven't seen the movie, definitely go check the movie out. And I didn't know somebody tried to kill him. Somebody tried to kill him too. But I don't, like I said, but those are all facts. Some you may know, and some you may not know. But you know, it's a great tribute, a great way to give him his flowers. And Ziggy came on and said a couple words in the beginning of the movie, and he was happy with the end results. So, you know, go out and see it. You know. And I had a crazy day today. I'm off. I'm actually waiting. I had a crazy day today at work. You know, well, not really crazy. It's been raining. It was raining yesterday, really bad. All day long, it was raining here. And so, I'm gonna share this with you. I'm gonna get off, right? I'm gonna share this with you. I'm gonna get off. But you know, it was raining really bad, right? And so, you know, when I was over the road. So right now I drive locally. But when I was over the road, we always had some work boots. You know, you shouldn't drive over the road. You shouldn't drive a truck, period, without work boots. But anyway, I had work boots, and I had a pair of you know, in case it was raining, I had a pair of rubber boots. And so today, I don't know if you haven't seen my short about this. Maybe you can go back and see the short with all the water that was on the back into the dock. And it was a mess. You know, you see all the oil and everything in there. And when I first got there, I'm like, oh my goodness. And I said, I don't want. I got into the truck, and then my feet got a little wet, so I had to go home and change my socks. And so I asked the guy, because they were telling me that I asked the people in the warehouse, did they have any extra boots? Because one of the associates told me that they had some somewhere in the warehouse. And so I asked, you know, one of the warehouse people, one of the forklift guys, did they have any boots? And he told me to ask the manager. So I went to one of the managers and asked him, and he was like, well, he had asked the head warehouse manager that they have their work boots. And so he told me that You said, did I check the did I check the weather report? I said, well, I know it was raining yesterday, but what does the weather report have to do with this being backed up and flooded? You know, I didn't think it was gonna be flooded at the dock, but some docks are flooded, some docks are, but I didn't expect that to happen. So maybe I should have brought something anyway. But anyway, he told me he can give me some boots, but it wouldn't be today. So I said, okay, you know. So I just went up, got in the car, and went on to Home Depot and bought me some boots. And finished my day. I started at. I didn't get sent out to. That's one good thing about. You know, one good thing about not being, like I said before, my other videos, not being an hourly employee, because I didn't get sent out until I was just chilling until like 11, and I was done at 2:30. So I didn't do any physical work until 11. That's driving to the location, the 3 locations that I had, 2 stops that I had, because I actually had 3 stops today. So 3 stops that I had, one return. I think one thing I had to go and pick up something. And so you know, so I did that, got back, put my boots back on, got back in the water. Got back in like I'm going. My cousin said like I'm going fishing, but he had on some boots too. But my boots were a little higher than his. But I'm like, man, it's like, you know. But at least I got him, so I hold on to him, keep him in the trunk of the car, and that way if I need him in the future, I have him. But you know, I didn't expect that. But all in all, I had a great day, had a great weekend. Like I said, if you haven't seen One Love, definitely go check it out. Don't wait until it comes to Netflix if you can. Go out and check it out in the theater, because I hadn't actually been into the movie theater in a long time, and it was good to go sit down, eat some popcorn. Even though the popcorn was fresh, but you know, it didn't taste as good, you know, as it usually does. But you know, it was good. I didn't get any snacks, but they are. I have to say that movies is kind of expensive though, you know, compared to back in the day. But you know, they do have $2 Tuesdays, so maybe next time I'll look into that. But who wants to go to movies when you got to work the next day? Who wants to go to the movies on Tuesday? You know what I mean? But if you want to save those couple coins, then you know, and I get off. I think I get off early enough. To go, you know, and be back home within a reasonable time to get up and go to work the next day. So, you know, I check that out maybe in the future. But definitely, and another thing too, it said something about Bob too. I don't know if this part was true, but like I say, he got assassinated in the movie, and the guy who shot him, like I don't know how much longer it was later in time it was, in the last time it was, but the guy came back and asked for forgiveness, and Bob told him that it wasn't up to him to forgive. You know, it's up to him to make things right within his spirit and within God, within his spirit and within himself. It wasn't up to him to forgive. So that shows a lot about him too. But they show that he was a very spiritual person, and that was good to see too. So you know, like I said, lots of things I didn't know about Bob, and you know, you can't really share somebody's life or put somebody's life into a half-hour movie, but they did a good job of highlighting some of the key points of his life, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it very much. Listen, like all through the movie, they had Bob in it. They had, even though he wasn't physically in it, his music was in it, and that made the movie because you know, every couple scenes they had some of his music in it, some of his classical music in it, and that made you want to sing along and watch it and enjoy. And that's kind of like what I was doing. So you know what I mean, like especially like one of my favorites is our redemption song. And his wife, I don't want to get a movie away, but anyway, his wife Rita asked him, she was crying when he sung the song to her and the kids. Well, he was singing it outside to her, the kids came out, and she asked him when he write it, and he said, I've been writing it all my life. So, you know, anyhow, I don't want to keep you. Be safe, be blessed. Go out and check out One Love. If you haven't seen it already, Great movie, great story. You know, if you don't know who Bob is, make sure you Google some of his music here on YouTube. YouTube is great. They have a lot of his classical songs on here, so maybe check some of his music out if you don't know who he is, and research some of his music and see if you like it or not. Because you know, he's definitely his music is definitely worth checking out if you're a music fan, regardless of where you're part or if you are in or where you're from. So check out One Love, and I'll be seeing you. Let's get together and feel alright. I'm out.